These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, Megan Thompson with your afternoon update on this Monday from ABC15 Arizona. And we are tracking several developing stories right now, starting with an investigation after two people were found dead in a home. Police say they responded to an unknown trouble call just before 8:30 near 83rd Avenue and Broadway. When officers arrived, they found two bodies in the home. Investigators have not given any information on a potential suspect or if the deaths are suspicious. We'll keep you posted. And two people are in the hospital after being hit by a truck. That crash happened late last night near Dorsey Lane and University in Tempe. Police tell us the driver took off but was found soon after. And the road is back open after a three-car crash in Phoenix. It happened around 4:30 near 51st Avenue and Roosevelt. Two people are hurt, but they're expected to be okay. Investigators have not said what led to this crash. You can watch for an update on all of these stories on our ABC15 mobile app. Now happening today, Arizona Senators Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego will be hosting a town hall to discuss possible cuts to Medicaid. They're arguing a plan from Republicans could create cuts in health care coverage. House Republicans are looking to make budget cuts and looking into committees like Energy and Commerce, which cover Medicare and Medicaid. Democrats worry those cuts could impact people like Lauren Mitchell, a single mom from Gilbert who uses Medicaid, as well as more than 2 million Arizonans who use Medicaid through the Arizona Healthcare Cost Containment System, or ACCESS.
It's changed my life, like to be able to save that money every month. And it's really good health insurance. Has been phenomenal. It's been life-changing.
But Republicans have argued the budget doesn't mention cutting Medicaid, and they're not planning to make cuts to the program. So ABC15's political team, we will be at today's town hall. We'll let you know what develops from it.
I'm ABC15 education reporter Eleni Dow. With all of the cuts coming at the U.S. Department of Education, we're taking a look at how this will affect student loans.
It just makes me nervous having student loans.
Hannah goes to school for nursing, needing student loans to help pay for her education.
About student loans, I mean, we can't really get an education.
In fiscal year 24, the Arizona Board of Regents says there are more than 216,000 students at Arizona public universities that received some sort of federal aid. In the United States, around 42.7 million people have student loan debt, totaling around $1.7 trillion. And the agency that handles student loans, the U.S. Department of Education, announced it's cutting nearly half of its workforce. The education secretary saying the cuts are, quote, a significant step toward restoring the greatness of the United States education system.
That's going to affect operations tremendously. If you think about the scale of student loans,
President Donald Trump has said before he wants to get rid of the federal agency, wanting to give education back to the states.
I think it's horrible. It sounds like a scam. It doesn't even sound legal, but he's the one who's in charge, so here we are.
Only Congress can close down the Department of Education. That's why earlier this week, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays joined about 20 other states in suing the Trump administration.
If the president wants to reform the Department of Education, he can do so through Congress and as the Constitution requires.
There is uncertainty of what would happen to all the functions part of the U.S. Department of Education, including student loans. However, the department says it will continue to deliver on all statutory programs that fall under the agency.
something to keep in mind is that the rules haven't changed, that the laws haven't changed. This is on the administrative end.
ASU professor Calvin Schermerhorn says borrowers should keep track of all their records, hard copies of them.
Make sure that you're on top of your student loans and make sure you're on top of where you're at with them, because any sort of adjudication or disputes are probably going to take a lot longer to resolve.
I'm Eleni Dow, ABC 15 Arizona.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this St. Patty's Day, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. A mild start with temperatures at 8 o'clock in the morning in the upper 50s. By midday, we're already in the mid 70s. It'll be cloudy for the most part on this Monday, but temperatures still warming up to 81 degrees, which is above average by about a couple of degrees or so. In northern parts of the state today, we'll keep highs in the 50s for areas like Flagstaff, 60s along the Mogollon Rim and toward the White Mountains, and along the I-40 corridor, at least in Winslow, we'll keep those highs in the mid 70s later today and it'll be windy as you head toward Mojave County with highs this afternoon reaching the upper 70s for areas like Bullhead City. Now in the valley, the winds will start picking up tomorrow with gusts around 25 to 30 miles per hour. In the high country, the winds will be even stronger with gusts around 45 to 55. And also cooler temperatures briefly as we're back in the 70s in the valley for Tuesday and Wednesday, back in the 80s though by Thursday. Flagstaff snow chances sticking around today and especially tomorrow, then drying out and warming up the rest of the week with highs in the 50s by Thursday.
We will have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com or download a free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.